What's up, guys? Okay, so we are working on some Supras today. Got some stuff happening with this custom alternator we make. This is called the Rad 160. There you go. We came out with this alternator for my race car to make sure I didn't blow up alternators, because they like to blow up on JZs when you're doing all these electric pumps and fans. It's a 160 self-exciting alternator that can withstand over 300 degrees Fahrenheit. That is because you got an exhaust manifold right where you're gonna have your alternator. In my case, it doesn't ever see that much heat because I have this, which this is just a charge pipe. I have this covered in Inconel, and I have this Inconel shield. Most people are not gonna have that because that's some crazy stuff that I had custom made. And I unless you guys ask me to replicate that for your Supra, it's pretty much no one's gonna have that. So your alternator is gonna see some heat. Mine, I can always reach in there and touch and it's not hot. I'm getting ready for this is making some triple checking measurements, but we're pretty much set. We had a couple people use this alternator at Irwindale. Ola's one of them, works great. I was using it for the last 2 years, never had one fail yet. I've been using the same one for 2 years. So then that was like my decision that, hey, it's not gonna break. Let's make it for all the other people with JZs, because if it lasted 2 years, that's plenty good. You can get 2 years out of an alternator, you're happy. So 160 amps, can do 2 26 amp fans. It can do 3 pumps that are like your lift pump. Oh, I have 4 pumps, so your lift pumps and your ones in your in-tank surge pumps. If you were running different pumps, still probably gonna be anywhere from like 9 to 15 amps on a pump. And then your coils, if you have high output coils, they're not gonna all fire at the same time, but they use, let's say, maxed out at the worst scenario, they're gonna be using like 20 amps or something, unless you have lesser ones than that. But like, let's just say 20 amps. And then you might have another fan for your oil cooler that's gonna probably be like a little one, 13 amps. And then you have a water pump that's electric, and that might be around 13 amps. So if every single thing was turned on at the same time, you're asking everything that an alternator can do. And mine has everything turned on whenever it's really hot at FD and I'm waiting in line or I'm running. Never had an issue. So we know that this is what it says it is, and it can handle race cars. So if you guys want that alternator, it'll be on our website, I think within 2 weeks. So keep your eyes out for that. And then I'll also let you guys know on Instagram and in an upcoming video, but pretty cool. Besides that, we are going to start working on Brian's Supra. Plan for this car is, it's a non-turbo automatic. We're gonna swap it to VVTi GTE, a V160, and just make it a 6-speed Supra. We're not gonna do the diff and the axles. It's a street car, he's probably gonna be okay forever. He doesn't need the big boy diff, which is like $3 grand, and axles and all, it's a lot of money. But look what we have here. We have 6-speed Supra turbo brakes, 4-piston front, 2-piston rears, new rotors, pads, lines. So we're gonna do the install of that. Then we'll update you on the progress of that car as we go further, but that'll be in a couple weeks. All right. Meantime, Ola's here for his last couple days. He's gonna do final like refresh stuff and like nut and bolt check maintenance on this before he heads back to Norway. We had a lot of fun at the track yesterday. Couple things happened, so gotta work on my car too, because we need my car to be working tip-top for winter jam in about a month or so. And then if everything goes as planned, we need this to be a completed car by winter jam. Oh my gosh, hurry up. Okay, I gotta go, got a lot of work to do. What's up, guys? Me and Beecher got here super early today, Saturday. We don't always work on Saturday. Ooh, Supra. Anyways, we are here really early because I gotta work on my Supra. We were at the track the other day practicing. At the end of the track day, like literally the last 2 laps, it started to do something weird and idle weird, and I was like, uh-oh. It seemed okay. We get it in the trailer. Like maybe that was nothing. Maybe just needs a new wideband or something, because it was kind of searching for a little bit and sounded like uneven idle. Then it would like find itself and be fine. Finally get back, turn the car on to get it out of the trailer, and it spits a bunch of water out the exhaust. So I think I know what that is. I think that means cracked something in the head because it's letting water out into your exhaust manifold. So that means pretty much only explanation for that is a cracked head. It sucks because all the parts that I use, like on the block and the head, they're just used, like JDM motors or used US motors that I've come across or been able to buy. So it's like a 20-something-year-old head that's now has a port on it and big valves, cams, harder springs, and way more compression coming from below. And I think I'm just wearing it out, but we'll find out. Like, we gotta see. This is what could be an issue. I had cracked a head one other time, so if the crack is from the exact same runner, the same cylinder, and the same port that was ported, then it's something on the machining side of the porting. But if it's in a different cylinder, then it's kind of like what I just said, like the heads are too brittle and you put this much stress on it, this much horsepower, and I had too aggressive of everything going on. It just kind of wears out. This is better than like failure, like if you were to oiling problem and you blew a hole through your block or whatever. It's like I'd way rather have head issues than bottom end issues, but frustrating because it's a lot of work. Let's go and do this. Gonna take everything off. Just leave the bottom end in there. There could be a possibility of something else than that, but it still starts and it still will run, but it has to like push some water out every time. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be cracked in the port. So let's find out. It's a little sad, but then at the same time, it's good to have it at the end of the season. There's no pressing deadlines. I'm gonna get it fixed because I want to go drive with all you guys at Winter Jam, whoever's gonna be there. And whoever's not gonna be there, you need to be there. So let's get this Supra ready for Winter Jam. Alright guys, it's been 30 seconds and I got all this stuff off. No. It's been half an hour since we started. Just found something not good. This is my back pressure for my exhaust manifold, and there's water coming out of it. So what does that tell you? That water is leaking out of one of the ports in the exhaust, so I cracked the head. Because head gasket can get some water mixed in with your oil and whatnot, but it can't really just shoot water out your exhaust, and yeah. It sucks. Alright, we'll figure it out. That means the whole manifold's full of water right now. Oh, poor turbo and manifold. We'll fix it, guys. Lots of water mixed in with this oil. So when I first undid this, it was just a bunch of water. I don't like that water got into where my bearings are. So now I'm gonna pull the whole motor probably. I'll still take the head off right now just to find the cracks. Later we'll yank out the bottom end, take the transmission out, I don't know. But then I put in the backup motor. The bottom end on this most likely is okay. We just have to rebuild the head, pull the pan off the bottom end, get any signs of water out of there, check the bearings, make sure we're good to go, rods and mains, and then re-RTV the oil pan, slap it back on, get either a new head, or if we fix this head, put it back on. And in the meantime, spare motor goes in. It's never been ran, we break it in. There's a new turbo that I got from Borg Warner that's a bigger 72mm, put that on. We test that new motor with new turbo at Winter Jam, break in the motor real good there, pull that motor back out, put this motor back in, run this at the beginning of next year. The other backup motor is now broken, which would be better for it to be broken in when it travels in the trailer with us. So gotta look at the positive in all this. Luckily we're fortunate enough to have a backup, and we have all these good sponsors that help us get that second motor in place. So we'll make this happen. And it happened at the end of the season, so not the worst of news, but I thought I should share all the details with you guys so you can see it's not all fun and games. There's all this behind the scenes like hard work that makes these cars go. Back half full of water. So it's one of the back three runners, not runners but cylinders, that cracked the head. This head also is cracked. another cracked head. I don't remember which cylinder. I kind of think it was cylinder 5, maybe 6. That's the intake side, so I need to spin it around and then I'll check, because there's like a little pinhole in the, I think it's like cylinder number 4 or 5, but like the front valve. So if it is the exact same spot, then that's something on the porting guys. They went too thin, and it's just, even though they like backed off the port after I told them that, they went like 20 or 30 thousandths back, which is not a ton of material, it's a little bit. So we will find out. That's really disappointing. It's just kind of hard to fix that. You got to get in there and weld it way down inside there. We're at this point, we have the cams out. We just have to go in here and undo the bolts on the top of the ARP head studs, and then take the down pipe. Then me and Vicha will lift the head off. It's kind of getting sad because let's see, there was water on the intake side, which we don't normally have water over there, like just a little bit of water, but that's never happened ever before. It's like the motor was so strong on the bottom end, it just broke the head or something. I don't know. It's like an experiment when you're building like race motors and you change little things that no one else that you talk to in like your little world of car people does. So it's always like something new you gotta figure out. So I don't know yet. Gotta get the head off. We'll let you guys know. Hopefully the bottom end is still perfect, which would be really good for what we're worried about. Then we just need to get all the water out of there, take the oil cooler out, get the water out, blow out all these lines and hoses so no water in there, clean the intake, clean a couple other things, clean the turbo and the exhaust manifold out, then fresh head or fix this one. But I kind of think this one's ruined, because how the heck is water in my intake? None of it got in the intercooler. It's like back feeding a littlest bit out of the ports and then trying to go back in, but it was like coming into my vacuum lines here. That's how I knew there was water. So we're gonna have to take these off. See how water's coming out? We'll take those off, blow them out. Race cars, fun with race cars. Okay, everything's ready. Chance is here. We're gonna take the head off, guys. Maybe if you're lucky, Chance will hold the camera.
Get in there, boys.
Getting in there. Dig in, boys.
Here comes the surgeons.
Set it up there. Ready?
Oh, be easy on her. Oh, be easy on her. Oh, yeah.
Water. It's cylinder 5 and 6. Yeah, there's tons of water in both cylinders. But the good thing is, it doesn't look like anything weird was happening like with the tune at all. This is horrible, but that's what happens when you crack your head. So now what I need to do, see, it's just leaking water. That's out of the normal water jacket. I gotta take the exhaust manifold off, which takes a little bit of time. Not easy to get to. And then I'll show you where the crack is, if it's how it used to be. If not, maybe it cracked in a new way and we'll find something new and then learn something else from a stupid cracking head. Well, it's better that it happened now instead of in a race. We'll figure this out. Consensus is we can't tell from the ports right now because it's so black in there. We need to go over to engine supply. They're gonna do a pressure test on it and tell me, hey, you cracked like 5 out of 6 ports on your head. And I'm gonna be like, how is this possible? And then we're gonna start trying to figure out how, because it's not making sense. Right now, got a little water in the back 2 cylinders, so we're gonna get some engine oil in there so it prevent any rust, and then we're gonna rotate the motor a little bit, make sure it gets oil like all over the edges of those cylinders on all of them, because we want to keep this bottom end tip top, and then we're going to cover it with a bag. We're going to end up pulling it out, but not today. Alright, Gotta go to Toyota real quick to see what's up with some parts we ordered and go see Brandon Carr. We are done. We have to take that to machine shop. We'll have answers next whatever week. So for now it's spare motor goes in the car, make some changes, get it ready for winter jam, go back to the dyno before winter jam, and then we're good to go. And then that motor, the bottom end looks healthy, so we're gonna take the pan off, take it out, take the pan off, do an assessment. We'll let you guys know on that too, but looks like the head is just what gave way. Kind of weird, but better than the whole motor, and it didn't really like blow up, so I don't know, I gotta figure this out. Once we know the pressure test, maybe, or if they clean it, they might find something, because once they clean it, we'll be able to see stuff. Alright guys, updates coming soon. We're driving again. It's Sunday. We're going to a different kind of race today. A foot race. But you guys remember I was saying we're gonna go see Laura, sister-in-law, run her marathon. That's happening today. I'm just letting Renee drive.
There's a lot of candles over there.
Yeah, lots of horsepower over there, but we left really early and we had to drive to Ventura. It's like probably 2 hours or whatever away. We'll move on to more car stuff, but this will be cool, you'll see. Okay, so we arrived. We got the NOS Energy Vuvuzela, Chris Forsberg signature on there.
From
2010, Washington. He was giving these out at each round in 2010 Formula D, but you guys know that. You've been following every round for a decade, right? Okay, probably not. And then look, we're gonna do a get point sign.
The master at work.
We hired someone, yeah, to do the artist work. It's Nicole.
Okay.
And then Renee's here with her sign.
What's my
Crap, we're running out of time.
And nobody got time for that.
Yeah, no stopping, Laura. No stopping. Come on, Laura. She's only a mile away. 10 minutes or 9-minute miles or how? 10?
The whole time, 10.
Wow.
Good job, Laura. I forgot to say, we're at mile 23, so we're gonna give her that last little bit of energy it would be. So the last 3 miles, because it's probably hurting now.
Her tires are running low.
Yeah, she needs a new set of tires. On the threads right now. She'll make it though. So we normally say no running as a joke, but now we're gonna have to run. I think I'm gonna have to run with her this time for a little bit. No running. Okay, she's coming. Come on, Laura. Keep going. Go, Laura, go, Laura, go, Laura.
Hey, wait.
Catch up, Laura.
Where's my stickers?
I'll bring the stickers at Christmas or something. There's 3 miles up. What if I just ran the rest with you?
You can.
I might be back, we'll see.
Okay, bye.
If not, good luck.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thanks for being here.
Okay.
My mind when I'm all by myself.
I don't think I can go back. That's too far. Good job, Laura. You did it. Alright, so you just ran your first marathon.
I did.
Are you glad you did this?
Yeah, I don't know if I have to do one ever again.
No, you should do another one and make other people do it with you. Like
So you'll do it with me?
if you force me to, I'll do it with
Can
you.
you wear all neon?
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Make Albert do it too, and Jason.
Well,
You'll do it?
we'll do a rad marathon.
He's down. Sounds like he's down. Laura's happy she did it. Good job.
Thanks.